Hi guys, how you doing? I hope you're all doing well and I hope you're all keeping safe. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, why am I always singing? Mm. So guys, if you're a returning viewer, thank you. Okay, thank you so much. If you're my returning subscriber, asante tena sana. If you're new here, my name is Favour. If you've not subscribed, kindly consider clicking that red button down below, written subscribe. It's either red or black, depending on your YouTube. Just subscribe, and it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, okay? So, as you have seen from the title of this video, today we're gonna be talking. We have a lot of talks I had planned for you guys, and I'm just talking these things out of experience, you know. I know there's probably someone else who is probably going through the same thing, or you will go through the same thing, God forbid. But just in case it is in your path of life, just know that this video is for you. Okay, so I did another video about rejection, and now we're here talking about separated, not rejected. Okay, there is a difference, all right? So if you have the spirit of rejection, everybody just hakuna mtu unabamba kwa hii maisha. By the way, nobody is feeling your vibe. Like people just, you just rejected, that's it. Like nobody wants to associate with you, nobody sees any good thing with you, all right? And you find that probably it's a bunch of people, or a certain group of people, or just everybody, like everywhere you go, like. And a lot of people with the spirit of rejection, they tend to have it's called a vagabond spirit, where you jump from one place to the other, because you go here, unafukuzwa, unaenda hapa, it's not working, unaenda hapa, everything is not accepting you, like no environment is accepting you, so you find yourself moving from one place to the other, just seeking for not closure but acceptance, okay? So there is that, and there is separation, all right? You need to understand the two. Separation comes for a season, for a period of time, for maybe God to teach you a lesson where you have to fully depend on Him. Personally, I've always fought with rejection, not from everybody, but from a group of people, and I would just attract this group of people, and every other person is just not feeling, either because of my personality, or okay, someone once told me, it was a prophecy, and someone told me people hate you for no reason. Someone will just look at you and hate you for no good reason. Yes, and that was true, by the way. I accepted like 100% because that was true. And at times, probably it's because of my face, one, acne. I don't know why people tend to look at people with acne like, yes guys, I have acne, I was gonna say. Today I was looking at another video and I was like, God, thank you so much for my face. Man, I saw a girl with very bad, oh my God, like bad acne with big, you see this big, as you can see, okay, we weren't doing this, but anyway, let me just show you, because you see I have like I have like pores, you can see them, but my neither just tudogo, you see, I have like two small ones. Now she had like big, like massive, and then you can just see it's painful, man. Yani, I just saying, God, you know what? God, me, thank you for my face. Me, mine is just okay. I'm just okay with my face, you know. So besides that, I was saying, I don't know if people tend to look at people with acne like, okay, not ugly, but if I may put it, like our brains are having acne. I don't know why. I think it's because I have a serious face, and this is genetics from like my mom, my dad, my brother. We all have like Serious face, if I'm not laughing, if I'm just talking, you will think like I'm angry at just everybody. Even in school, I'll go, kwani umechapwa? And I'm like, why are you always asking me that? But I came to realize later it's because I have a very serious face. Even in college, I would wonder, my friends were just, I would go somewhere with my friend and I was like, nani, and nobody's like excited to see me. I later on came to find out that they were just afraid of me because I look like I can beat you the next second. I look like you can just tell me hi and they just shower you with all the bitterness I look like I'm carrying in my heart. So those are some of the things that maybe made me get rejected. Again, comes with the spirit. If you know it's in you, you just find, people just hate you for no reason, for no apparent reason. And they just look at you and they're like, you know what, how to Bambi. So there is that, okay? And until I came to the realization, and I prayed about it, and I was like, you know what, God, this is not my portion. Mimi, I am loved. Everybody will love me. Everybody will just look at me and admire me. And I will, even with my calling, I was like, God, I'm here fighting with ministry. Like, I don't want this. How will I be talking to people? How will I be preaching? How will I be telling people I don't know what? How will I stand before people and talk? But God had a reason, okay? God had a reason. And I told God, you know what? If I'm to do your work, then again, you have to do something. So easy, I'm grateful. I just, whenever I go, I'm just accepted. People just love me. I don't know, people just love me. So there is that, okay? And there is separation from every other person, every other source, and it leaves you with nobody else but God. All right? Mostly, and I've said this like a couple of times, if you're going through a wilderness period, where God just wants to teach you a lesson, He'll take you through separation from your family, from your friends, from your neighbors, from everybody else, from money, from everything that makes sense to you. So you can just be at a place where, you know what, God, if it's not you, then nobody else. Because that's where God took me for, a season. And I don't know if I've said this in this channel. I mean, in the other channel that got lost. I've grown up, thank God. My parents were not hardworking, because for men, kujituma, and I'm like, bro, me and people who hujituma, but their lives are miserable, and I just know people who just are living a good life doing nothing. So me usually say it's just by God's grace. We had the best, not really the best, but at least we had the basics, good schools, food, all that, shelter, clothing. And I had this kiburi at some point in life, because I'm like, if you don't have, I'm like, what are your parents doing? Why are your parents not hardworking as my parents? Why are you sleeping hungry and you have parents? Yeah, so God knew for where I'm taking you, man. If you go with this kiburi, you're doomed. So God had to work on me, okay? And I went through that wilderness period where no food, I couldn't pay my rent, I lost everything, I couldn't feed my own stomach, I couldn't buy myself clothes, I was barely surviving, only by God's grace. And I was like, God, what is happening? Like, what? It's just me, like my stomach, and I can barely feed my stomach. So at first I used to blame myself, I used to overthink about everything. But again, I came to realize, you know what, God is teaching you something, and you need to learn. You need to cool down, take it slow, and get to learn and understand what God wants you to learn through this wilderness period. It's just like a wilderness, so take it easy, all right? And that's when I got to understand, you know what, you can have parents but lack food. It's possible. So I was like, if nakosa chakula ni mimi peke yangu, How about that mama who has like 6 kids, like 2 kids, like 1 kid, like 4 kids, and she can't even feed them? Like how tough is it for her? Because if it's just me and I'm feeling this way, so how about her? Is it's possible to actually get your house locked. It's possible to work and not see the money. It's possible to just don't get, work. Like me, mtu akiniambia ameka 2 years bila kazi, I understand. People say, oh, you're lazy, oh, do something, just do anything, man. If you've not gone through that period, you won't understand. And God made sure for ministry and for where He's taking me, and for me to understand other people and my washirikas and all that, I had to go through that. But that time, my mom did not even. We took out tumekosana, but all and evil too. Like mzazi, of course, mzazi kusikia. Nobody, like nobody. It was just, what's happening here? When I have shilingi, oh my god, I have minyo. Anyway, side story. I came to understand, you know what? Like, it's possible to have parents and still suffer. It's possible. Like, God made sure I'm not dependent on my parents. I don't have friends I can call and I'm like, oh, soon to me 100 bucks. Oh, soon to me 50 bucks. Nobody. It was just me and God. It was just me and God. And until today, it's just reminded me, you know what? Me, if God doesn't do it, then nobody else. And I came to understand, if God doesn't want it, trust you me, no matter how bad I want it, it will happen. And He really wants it to happen. No matter what I try to do, it still will happen. So I came to understand during that period. Okay, so it was just like a season where I was separated from everybody else, to just concentrate on me and God, to just build my relationship and get to depend on Him and learn a few lessons in life. Okay, so sit down and think and ask yourself, is this rejection or it's just separation? Rejection comes from when you're in total, like when you're young to, whatever age. Okay, but separation is just for like a period of time. So yes, get to sit down, ask yourself the questions. You could be just separated, not rejected. Okay, you just separated for a period of time for you to learn A, B, C, D, and not rejected. It's not like the world is rejecting you. No, it's just God telling you, you know what, it's me and you in this journey till the end. Alright, so if this helped you in some way, kindly comment down below, like this video, and if you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe and join the family. Yes, and until next time, bye. Always remember your best, and in everything you do, put God first, and it will never